anything more? Oh.
Mataji, your voice is a bit breaking, Mataji.
Oh, that could be, okay, that could be the reason. Is this better now?
Yes, yes, Mataji. Yeah.
Okay, Purusottama. Bhaktivinoda Thakura.
I think we need to start from rules for bathing. Mataji.
Yes, please. Yeah, somebody please start the rules for the bathing. Now I think the rules and suggestions, regulations will come now. Yes, please.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare.
Rules for bathing in the month of Sri Purusottama. Regarding the rules for bathing during Purushottama month, it is said there are 3 types of baths as declared by the wise. Bath in the rivers which meet the ocean is the topmost. Bath in lakes, ponds, and wells is the second best. And bath in one's home is an ordinary bath. For one who is observing Sri Purushottama Vrata, after taking bath, he should observe the following. Even after taking birth, after bathing, one should perform achman with clean hands. One should then make paste of gopi chandan clay and wear simple, beautiful, straight urdhava pundra tilak on his forehead and the marks of conch and disc and so on his body.
Yeah, and the meaning of this urdhva pundra means, urdhva means one that is going up. Urdhva is upward direction. Pundra is mark. So for the Vaishnavas, this is urdhva pundra. For the Shaivites, it doesn't go up. Right? So that's why the Vaishnava Tilaka is the urdhva pundra. Yeah, and in Sri Sampradaya, Sri Sampradaya, they have those conch and disc signs that they have in their arms. Yeah, go ahead, please.
The exclusive worship of Sri Radha Krishna is obligatory in Purushottam month. The worship of Sri Krishna is the obligatory activity of Purushottam month. Valmiki said, he Dradadhanva Purushottama Krishna, Sri Krishna is the He Dradadhanva. Purushottam Sri Krishna is the presiding deity of the Purushottama month. Therefore, being filled with Bhakti Shraddha, you should worship Purushottama Sri Krishna with 16 types of paraphernalia every day of this month. As it is said, the worship of the divine couple Sri Sri Radha Krishna is indeed obligatory in Purushottama Mass. Should I continue, Mataji?
Is somebody else? Do you want to say one? Thank you. Thank you, Mataji. Anybody else?
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare.
Activities forbidden in the month of Purushottama. All the rules and regulations regarding Sri Purushottama Vrata, which we have presented above from these Shastras, should be followed by religiously devoted persons of all the Varnas, castes. The Naradiya Purana concludes by saying that in the holy place of Naimisharanya, Sri Suta Goswami spoke to the assembled devotees as follows. Even after taking birth in India, those who are the lowest of mankind remain attached to the household life and never hear the glories of Sri Purushottama Vrata, nor do they observe it. Such unfortunate persons undergo the suffering of repeated birth and death and the distress inflicted by the separation from sons, friends, wife, other relatives. O best of the Dvijas, in this Purushottama month, one should not uselessly discuss worldly literature or mundane poetry. One should not sleep on the bed of others, nor indulge in discussions of worldly sense enjoyment. One should not criticize others, eat foodstuffs cooked by others, or perform activities prescribed by for others.
Yeah, I think that's a good paragraph. That's useful. In this Purusottama month, one should not uselessly discuss worldly literature, not criticize others, don't take the food cooked by others, or perform activities. Okay, so the bottom line here is try to cut down external interactions and external influence as much as possible. So, Labeta Vata Hata Naurivaspadam. In the first canto, it is said, this mind is made to think of Adokshaja. Any other name or image, if it is falls on the mind, then it would sway as a boat that sways with the strong winds on the ocean. If any other image or name other than Adokshaja, Krishna, falls on the mind, then it would sway like a boat on the ocean, influenced by strong winds. That's a beautiful, beautiful analogy. So these periods of Purusottama and other sacred months, voluntarily making an effort to cut down these external interactions and keep it to minimal. That is the purpose of not indulging in any discussions related to the people or things around. This will take the mind from Vikshipta to Ekagrata. And for a sadhaka, it is important that the mind stays in Ekagrata. Ekagrata is single-pointed attention focus on the desired object. Here, the desired object is the Priti Vastu, Priti Vishaya, Lord Shri Krishna. So any talk, any name or any image that might disturb that Ekagrata and the Priti Vastu, that should be voluntarily put at distance. That's the purpose of these rules that are given, or the instructions that are recommended. Cooking the food, eating the food cooked by others. Our guna inside, Rajoguna, Sattva-guna, etc. We already have these gunas inside, Rajoguna, Tamoguna. And when we are taking food from outside, we are ingesting those gunas, depending upon if it is where that food is obtained from, who is that cooked by, like that. And that is also same thing, principle is the same. Why are we avoiding the food cooked by others? If one is desiring for specific consciousness, then they are not so much inclined to take any food, anyone's cooking, even if it is prasad. Even if it is prasad. If one is very specific to have if one is very particular to have specific kind of consciousness, so that is one of the reasons. Okay, one of the reasons if we see, any devotees who are specific about their food habits, these are one of the reasons. Yes, dear devotees, please go ahead. Yeah, next one. These spiritual months, Ekadasi, spiritual months, all of them. These, we want to use these times, that is, as reset buttons for us to get a little more focused in spirituality, little more serious, like that. Auspicious days, auspicious months. And the whole purpose is to get absorbed more internally and decrease the external distractions in any way possible. Yes, Mataji, please go ahead.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare.
The obligatory activities in the Purushottama month. Is it a shlokas, Mataji? Or?
We'll go ahead with the English part.
Okay. Giving up miserliness, one should give in charity to the Brahmanas. If a person remains miserly, even though he has wealth, his miserliness will be the cause of his going to Raurava, one type of hell. Every day, one should feed the Vaishnavas and Brahmanas with the best foodstuffs. A person who is following the vows should take his food in the 8th part of the day. Indradyumna, Satadyamna, Yavanashva, and Bhagiratha attained Samipya, close association of Bhagwan, by worshipping. Sorry, where is it? Worshipping Purushottama month. One should perform service to Purushottama with all of one's endeavors. Such service to Purushottama is superior to all types of sadhana and fulfills all variety of desires. In a previous age, Kaundilya Muni repeatedly chanted the mantra Govardhana Dharam Vande. By chanting this mantra with devotion during Sri Purushottama month, one will attain Sri Purushottama himself. One should devote Purushottama month to constantly meditating upon Navagrana, Dvibhuja, Muralidhara, Pitambara, Sri Krishna with Sri Radha. Those who do this with devotion will have all their cherished desires fulfilled.
Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji.
Yeah. Anybody else? Do you have this? Is it the last page, Prabhu?
Yes, Mataji, this is the last.
The last one. Okay. Yeah. Yes, Nita, please go ahead.
There are 3 types of transcendentalists. Swanishta, one who are steadfast in their personal vows. Paranishtatha, those who are steadfast in following the vows set forth by their respective acharyas. And Nirpeksha, those who are indifferent to the above 2 types of steadfastness. All the activities mentioned above for Purushottam month are prescribed for Swanishta transcendentalists. Paranishthithas, bhaktas are eligible to observe Purushottam Vrata according to the rules and instructions of Kartika Vrata prescribed by their respective acharyas. Nirapeksha bhaktas respect this sacred month by daily honoring Sri Bhagavad Prasad with one pointed attention, following some routine for Shravana and Kirtana of Sri Harinam accordingly to their capacity. The following statement from Vishnu Rahasya, which is topmost instruction of Sri Hari Bhakti Vilasa, recommends those whose intelligence has been purified by bhakti are detached from the inclination for sense enjoyment. The intelligence of such persons is naturally pure, therefore they are jitatma, they have conquered their minds. It is by their innate bhakti rather than by upavasa, fasting, and other such activities that they have purified their minds and are thus able to please Sri Krishna at all times.
Yeah, thank you, Prabhu. We'll pause. So here in the first paragraph, Swanishtita, Paranishthita, Nirapeksha. We belong to the first group, Swanishta. Paranishthita, set forth by respect to acharyas, who are steadfast in their personal vows. Nirapeksha, who are indifferent. So we belong to first 2 categories, because Some devotees, they take the vows under guidance. Some devotees, they take the vows themselves to observe the Purusottama month. So Swanishta and Paranishtita. Yeah. And in the next paragraph, it's very beautifully described. Just by the process of following bhakti, because of the potency of the bhakti, the purification happens. The detachment from the inclination for sense enjoyment, that naturally happens. That's in Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, the third chapter. What happens when bhakti started? That is jnanam, vairagyam cha. The jnanam, knowledge, and vairagya is detachment. They automatically come. It is because param drishtva nivartate. When somebody is wanting to go for the higher taste, then they let go the lower taste. If we want to hold on to the lotus feet of Lord Hari, then we let go whatever we are holding in our hand, so we can hold lotus feet of Lord Hari with the same hand. Because we want to hold on to the Lord, we let go what we were holding on to before. So the desire to hold on to something higher, that is param drishtva nivartate. Just by that desire to hold on to the transcendence, purification happens. Because desire will be followed by the activity. Generally, we do not have the strength to let go any material thought, anything material. But because we have the desire to hold on to the Lord, that desire and the prayers that are offered because of that desire will give the strength and determination and the detachment to let go what we are holding on to materially. That's the beauty of bhakti. Yes, please. Next one. Hare Krishna.
Therefore, Srila Sanatana Goswami has concluded his book Sri Hari Bhakta Vilas by presenting the following statements for one-pointed devotees. Ekantika Bhaktas of Sri Krishna consider Sri Krishna Smarana and Sri Krishna Kirtana alone to be the most fulfilling and valued activities. Generally, they do not engage in any other angas of bhakti besides these two, which they cultivate with great love and affection. Their eagerness for these angas is so strong that no other activity can captivate their taste. They develop an intense desire to serve the lotus feet of Sri Krishna in a specific mood. Therefore, they render service to the lotus feet of Sri Krishna with moods which are favorable to their own rasa, along with some independence to give up the injections which are unfavorable to their cultivation. This alone is their vidhi. The Ekantika Bhaktas are not bound to follow all the rules and regulations which have been prescribed by the Rishi. The mood of the Ekantika Bhaktas' inborn natural disposition generally remain prominent. This is their glory.
Yes, please.
Adhika Masa is dear to Bhaktas as there is no disturbance from the Karma Kanda in this month.
Yeah, you know why that is said like that? Generally, in any other months, because there are thithis which are good for any ceremonies, material ceremonies, then there will be a lot of invitations, gatherings, and the time is spent on that. But in Adhika Masa, there are no thithis. Nothing materially auspicious are planned or called. So all the time is saved for the for the spiritual activities. Yes, please.
The Bhaktas observe Sri Purushottama month according to their respective adhikara. This means according to the distinctions of the moods of Swanishta, Paranishtita and Ekantika Bhaktas. Bhagavan Vrajanatha Sri Krishna is the sovereign of this month. Therefore, Adhika Masa is dear to every Bhakta. This is because incidentally in this month, no disturbance from the Karma Kanda can come to obstruct the performance of one's bhakti. Hare Krishna.
Yes, thank you, Mataji. And wanted to bring our focus to this paragraph. This is very beautiful. This is very nicely summarized in a nutshell. Can we go up a little bit, Prabhu? Yeah. Ekantika Bhaktas of Sri Krishna consider Sri Krishna Smarana and Sri Krishna Kirtana alone to be the most fulfilling and valued activities. This is by Sanatana Goswami. Every sentence, this is really, this has summarized the whole thing from Sadhu Sangha and further down to. Is this from Haribhakti Vilasa Sanatana Goswami? Can we go up, Prabhu? Where are these words from? Who is
Yes,
saying this? Srila Sanatana Goswami, Haribhakti Vilasa. Okay, good. So Srila Sanatana Goswami is saying that this Krishna Kirtana is glorification, is Krishna Katha. Krishna Katha, speaking Krishna Katha and hearing Krishna Katha. This is the key. And why do we hear Krishna Katha? So we can think about Krishna. When we are hearing Krishna Katha, when Krishna Katha is being spoken, which is Kirtana, then that is heard. And hearing will be followed by thinking about Krishna. We have heard about Krishna. We have said, we are speaking about Krishna. And this is to culminate to thinking of Krishna. That is Krishna's Smarana. And in thinking also there are deeper layers. Dharana, Dhyana, Samadhi, like that. But the hearing should culminate in Smarana. Kirtana should culminate in Smarana. So these are the angas. In Bhakti, there are Navavida Bhakti, right? Shravanam, Kirtanam, Smaranam, Padasevanam, all that. Amongst all that, these three are very key ones. Hearing, saying it out so we can remember. Shravana, Kirtana, Smarana. These are so addicting and so much full in potency that devotees find great taste in that, and they don't necessarily show that great interest in the rest of the angas, because just in Krishna Kirtana and Smarana itself there is so much of taste. That's what Sanatana Goswami said. Their eagerness for these angas is so strong that no other activity can captivate their taste. So that is an initial part of the bhakti, right? As the eagerness for this goes so much, all their hearing is about Krishna, all their speaking is about Krishna, all their thinking is about Krishna. Whatever they might be doing, they are just filled with the thoughts and the wonderful qualities of Lord Krishna. So that will slowly, this alone is their vidhi. How beautifully he has summarized here, Sanatana Goswami. What is Vaidhi Bhakti? What is Sadhana Bhakti? As simple as it is here, as Sanatana Goswami is saying. Just hear about Krishna, speak about Krishna, think about Krishna. This alone is their Vaidhi Bhakti. And automatically when we are hearing, speaking and thinking about Krishna, we have this body, we have to do the activities. So we perform activities for purification. That will be seva. And hearing about Krishna, thinking, speaking, that can be done with great taste when it is coupled with seva for purification. When there is commitment for seva, there will be a lot of purification that is happening. And that purification, that is Mahat Sevayam, Shan Mahat Sevaya Vitra, Punya Shravana Kirtanaha. That purification that comes will shed off some modes that are layered in us. Then our inclination, our taste for katha also will increase. Yeah, so that's why the service can help with purification. It increases the taste for katha, for hearing or for remembrance. So in that way, as the Vaidhi Bhakti goes on with Shravana, Kirtana and Smarana inside and Seva outside, then the Ekantika Bhaktas are not born to follow all rules. The moods of Ekantika Bhaktas are inborn. Natural disposition generally remains prominent. And this is coming to the later stages of Bhakti, of Ruchi, Asakti, like that. So in this para, here Sanatana Goswami is very beautifully summarized that this is their vidhi. All they have to do is hear about Krishna, speak about Krishna, think of Krishna. And to aid the whole process, then do the seva to get purified. So these things can happen with the taste. I think we'll pause here. That is it, right, Prabhu? I think we have completed the document. Right?
Mataji, document is completed.
It's done, right? Yeah, thank you. So that is Purusottama Masa by Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakura and the beautiful voice of Sanatana Goswami. Any questions?